The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks.
How we doing?
I'm doing good.
You're all set.
I guess so.
There we go.
We have to
get into it, baby. Here we go.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a Friday, folks. You gotta love it. Dow's up about 132. The Nasdaq's up 43. S&Ps are up 6.5. We have the gold contract down $2.10, trading at $13.30 an ounce. Silver's down 7 cents, $16.51 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 10 cents, $62.87. We get notes up 8 ticks, 120.21. 30-year bond up 23 at 143.27. What's going to be interesting here is that this is the first day that the 10-year, folks, actually got outside of its downtrend. So we'll see if we're going to get a dead cat bounce, or is it a continuation of higher price, lower yield?
Can we check out the chart just so I get a feel for it?
Yeah, totally. So if we take this baby...
bonds are interesting, man.
Oh, it's a big number, man.
You can peg bonds, you can peg the entire world right now, almost, right?
There's no doubt. So if we take a look at this, what you're going to see...
there you go. I see it. Cool. Yep.
And you know what's interesting here, folks, is that because they haven't caught a bid in so long, that you can make, I can definitely make the case that is this breaking the downtrend today?
Sure. No, I would peg that line right where you kind of put it. You know, it's it's a linear regression, as in you're taking kind of where they would all line up. And
then what you have here is that we have a high volume point at 122.19, which is pretty cool.
What was going on there? Do you know? I'm just curious. February 6th, there was some good action there.
There was huge action.
Yeah.
Huge action.
We'll figure it out.
Now, my take on this is that if we see the 30-year today actually get strength. The 30-year hasn't broken the downtrend yet. You can see the difference?
Okay.
If we get this 30-year to break it, so if we take a look at this, you're going to see this is a one-way move down, right? No matter which way you do it. You know,
no, it hasn't. It hasn't broken it like the 10-year.
No, it hasn't. Now, if it does, guess what? That, to me, would be setting up. Let's go to the S&P for a second. So if we take a look at this.
And I was going to say, is February 6th the day that the market just fell apart? I think that's what I was waiting. That was what I was waiting for. So that is the correlation too.
Right.
Go ahead.
So if we go back to the SPY.
Yes.
I figure the benchmark is still this.
Same days?
Yeah,
February 5th?
February 5th. That's the number.
Definitely.
It looks to me that if we get the 30-year to move topside, that is saying to me that, guess what, this thing's getting ready for the next leg down.
Okay.
Because what we haven't had is that we haven't had a correlation between bonds and the market, meaning that normally if the market goes down, bonds are going up on price, down on yield.
Definitely.
What has happened this time is that because bonds are going up on yield, the market's freaking.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we go over to the King Dollar. King Dollar still can't catch a bid. This is pretty amazing.
Still under 90. Yep.
Yep. And what you're going to see is that today, you know, it tried to get into the high yesterday. It failed. Quite
a little reversal.
And it looks like today you're going to get even lighter volume. You know, we did 24,000 yesterday. You're not going to do 24,000 today. We already did 11. We were at 17,000 yesterday when we were on the air.
It could be a tame day, and it's been a relatively good week. You know, we had that turnaround on Wednesday for sure, but all things considered, relatively good week. So, you know, nothing to really fret about compared to the recent weeks we've had when there's been more turmoil. This is kind of a calmer week. I mean, the VIX reflects that, right? We're at 18.
Totally.
We're at 16 in the VIX on Wednesday. Even getting that turnaround that we saw on Wednesday in terms of being like up 150 to down 150. Still we're in 18 territory.
Yep.
I mean, our man Kevin Hinks is always telling us, what's the average on that? Like 15 something?
Yes.
We're barely above the average of the long term. And we've had some turmoil even this week, and so it's nothing to fret about. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You got to love this. I love who we're going to because I was thinking about him this morning.
Okay.
Let's go to our man, Al in Tampa. Al, what's going on?
We'll get him.
Yep.
There he is.
Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah, how you doing, Tom?
Woof, 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 woof.
You better explain what you're barking about so everybody knows.
I swear. So, Al, I got to tell you the story. So check this out. I'm working out with Nico this morning, right? And I see that Blue Buffalo's getting taken over. I said, oh, man, I'm hoping that you still have that stock.
I must have missed that call. You perfect.
Yeah.
I had 500 in my Roth, so it was really nice.
That is so cool. So
500 in the Roth, and you don't even got to pay taxes on it. Even better, man.
So let's pull it up. Blue Buffalo, folks, okay? Al called, I don't know, that was a couple months ago, right, Al?
Oh, okay, then I don't feel so bad.
You know, I remember.
I'm sure you do. No,
because I'm into that food for the dogs.
You were looking for dog food, remember?
Listen. I got a farm at home.
Going out and buying it.
I got a farm at home.
Animal house, baby.
I got an animal house.
Dogs, cats,
everything.
Totally.
People.
Yeah, it all belongs in the animal house.
Good for you, man. Yeah. So what the news is on this, folks, is that General Mills, now you can see, is going to buy Blue Buffalo for $8 billion.
I think it's $40 a share, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you play this? Do I wait for it to go up to $40 a share?
You sell it right now.
I don't want General Mills.
You sell it right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that deal ain't done, man. You know, as in terms of is the 13 cents worth it for you, right?
No.
I mean, I would just take that cash because something could fall apart. You never know until that deal's closed.
I've got another one, MOS. And I can't figure this one out.
Let's take a look. That's Mosaic, I think, right? Yeah,
that's a fertilizer for the dog food. No.
So you get Mosaic. The low for the year is 19. The high is 33. You're at 27. Okay, so.
Well, it's been hitting the 28.05 and just staying there, and I'm just wondering, it's hitting resistance or what?
What you do have 2 weeks ago when the market came down, that came down. But watch what happened here. So when you went lower, you came down with 29 million shares on a weekly. That being said, you're going into 47 million. So the buy is right there. You're also going into where the downdraft was from, when was it, May 5th. I'd stay right here, man. The reason I'd stay here is this. Okay, so your heat comes down to 25, Al, right? You're at 28.
Yeah.
That being said, this looks to me like it's building cause to get up to this 34. And just so you understand where my head is here too, I believe that we're in a commodity bull right now. If you look at the grains,
I believe that too.
Yeah, if you look at the grains are taking off. And if that's the case, what happens with these fertilizer stocks, which this is, right, is they can go up on price so dramatically per ton. It's amazing. Okay. Okay, they go up.
Yeah, they're adding more trains right now because my next door neighbor works for CSX, and then a friend of mine works for a company for them, and they just added another 40 trucks.
It's good feedback, man.
So it's huge. Yeah. So watch this. We'll just, I can bring up, even this morning, we'll bring up wheat. You know, wheat, let's say, let's do it this way. I'm going to bring up the continuous contract, W1. No, W space 1, I think. Yeah, there you go. So when you see, I mean, these commodities have got killed for years, but when you see how they have come off the bottom, it's pretty impressive. You know, okay, so this has been a consolidation when, what? That's July of 2016.
Yes.
I mean, you know, can only go so low. It looks to me like, you know, we got some action here, man. So.
Well, is there an ETF we could play with the commodities?
Yeah, stay right there. We're coming right back.
Okay.
877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials up 103, Nasdaq up 34, S&P's up 4.5. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 76, Nasdaq's up 28, S&Ps are up 2. We're talking about man Al from Tampa. We're talking commodities right now. We're talking Mosaic. So you have a lot of different choices in the agriculturals. I mean, the DBA would be this would be the ETF.
Yes, that's the PowerShares Agricultural Fund.
Yeah,
and if you go into holdings, perfect. We were checking this out during the break. Now, this is what's interesting. I'm not sure what these are, right?
They're bonds.
Okay.
Cash.
So if you're watching Tiger TV, Al, or if you check it out, so the top 3 holdings have 13, 12, and 10%. But then below there, you have soybeans at 6.5, corn at 6.4, live cattle at 6.1, sugar at 6,
Treasuries,
another bond,
cash,
government, cocoa at 5.5.
So right now they're in 13, 23, 33. They're approximately 43, approximately 45% cash. Now that makes sense because see the futures you better have a lot of cash if you're rolling futures.
Okay.
That's what I suspect that is. You know what I mean? They're leveraging it with the future market. Okay. They have plenty of cash, which you should have. You know, that's the bottom line. So that's one way that you can trade it.
That's a decent expense ratio, 0.9%.
Oh, yeah.
Which is nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. So
I looked at your son in there, and I just remember you going out in your boat and that. Remember pulling them behind you when the sharks were out there?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that one, Al.
You've been listening a long time. I'm telling you, man.
Good old Martha's Vineyard, man.
Totally.
Right where Jaws was filmed.
Yeah.
I know.
It's nice to see your son is picking it up, so you get another generation. That's very nice.
That's right. That's right.
And Thank you for all your help in that. And let me see if I can find another one to pull up off like Bull.
Well, you know what there is here. We can pull these over. Tucrium, okay?
Yeah.
Has a bunch of them.
And they're not a sponsor. They used to be a sponsor at one point, but they do have nice products if you're looking for, you know, a more specific ETF. The one that really has volume in here is wheat.
Yeah.
You know, the other ones are a little bit light, but if you're looking to trade wheat with an ETF, and it's a slightly higher expense ratio, so be aware, but they at least have some volume in there, WEAT.
Yeah, we'll pull that up.
Sure.
So, because they, let's see. So that's trading at $6.
Yeah, all those commodities, the prices are way too low. And with the demand in overseas and stuff like that, I think it's going to just go nuts.
Well, see, look at this is interesting. I like the idea of how this is set up. So we're looking at WEAT, which is a 2-gram wheat, right? You get a high volume high from July 7th at 843. So it's like, okay, that should get tested.
It's quite a number. I mean, that's $2 up from where we are.
Exactly.
It's a good 30%.
For a $6 stock.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And, you know, what you have with this, now what's going to get intriguing here, we're actually talking about this at the perfect time, because right now, into the Midwest, you have two different things end up happening. Cold was in there, but right now the whole weather pattern is monster rain.
Okay.
And flooding. And that'll be a huge problem if that goes into, well, we lost him, but
that's all right.
If that goes into the whole Midwest, because that's where that food bowl.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you hear often a lot that it's planning for perfection on a lot of those commodities. You know, in terms of if we really get a wipeout in some crops, man, there could be some huge acceleration.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Let's go take a look at the King Dogs, the Tigers and Tigresses in the den.
I was just going to finish up on the dog food deal. So, you know, it's a cool story, of course, and healthy eating. We love healthy eating. It makes sense. I know you care about it with animals. If you care about it yourself and you care about your pets, it would make sense you care about what you're giving them, right? But how about the stories, just in a you know, just fundamental aspect about these dog companies with the euthanasia drugs popping up in them? Do you see these stories?
No, what is that?
Oh, yeah, there's been recalls with the dog food with euthanasia, which is the...
What is euthanasia?
That's the chemical that you use to put dogs to sleep.
Really?
Yeah, that it's been showing up in dog food. And they've had these massive recalls. And it's pretty mind-blowing. That's all I want. I know. So you really, you know,
that's a good heads up, man.
It really is a heads up because, you know, I was chatting with some of my friends just this past week, and it was something where I said, why isn't this just massively criminal? I mean, that's not something that sneaks into a supply chain. We'll pull up the story. I mean, I was just thinking about it because I had to say, you know, it was blowing my mind. My friends were just chatting about it, you know, not even about the market, just about life, man, being like, how does this happen? And you know, the companies come out and say, yeah, unfortunately, one supplier had one ingredient. Somehow, it was like blowing my mind. We'll pull it up during the break because it's, you know, they're asking what food in the den, and we'll pull it up because it was, man. It was blowing my mind.
That's amazing.
But you can see, you got to care about your own food, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, you know, we were talking about, here, let's go over there, actually. We were talking about the China markets yesterday with Kevin Hinks about the
VIX, right?
What happened in China, folks, is that they stopped pricing the VIX after the downdraft of a week and a half ago.
Government owns the pricing company, and they say no more prices for the VIX.
So watch what you have here. Okay, this is a heads up, folks. To me, in China, in the longer run, that you know, there's people are bullish on China, but there's a lot of people that are bearish on China in the aspect of they're overbuilding and all this. Okay,
sure.
So what you have, the stock market, this thing, it looks to me like it wants to go to the lows again. But the story goes...
Today?
Yeah, the story goes like this. Anbang, okay?
The good old walled off story, man.
Yeah, so Anbang, folks, and this is where if you are a seller
As that loads, I might even still have it in another window. Just go ahead,
If you're a seller of assets and the buyer of the assets is basically fraudulent, which I've seen a million times. I mean, I've been in a couple businesses. When I was in the airline business, what happened, I couldn't figure out how a couple of these guys could undercut me on a continual basis. Well, the bottom line is that they weren't delivering tickets, okay? So it took them 2 or 3 years to get caught, and, you know, then they get caught, and then it comes in again. The Anbang deal is a huge deal because what happened is that they came into the United States, they bought all the trophy properties, and they paid huge sums. Blackstone is going to probably buy the Waldorf back. They bought it off them. And bottom line, what ended up happening is that the China government took them over today.
Yeah, and so the founders under prosecution for fraud.
Right.
So the government seized temporary control of Anbang,
right,
cementing the downfall of the politically connected deal maker, that was in charge of it. And it's a surprising move as they're trying to clamp down on this, and it kind of probably has to go with that same VIX deal where they're saying things are getting out of control here. We let things get too out of control, and it's a remarkable turn. This is the cool part about what you're talking about in terms of how big they were. Remarkable turn for Anbang, which burst into the global scene in 2014 with the Waldorf Astoria, and only a year ago was in talks to invest in a company owned by Kushner.
Right.
And they had $315 billion in assets. And that represents China's largest ever takeover of a privately owned company.
And so the point that I'm making is that what's going to happen now is all the bondholders, right?
Yes.
Are going to make out.
Okay.
But the way that Anbang had also done business is this. They had sold like our CDs in China, right?
Okay.
And they paid astronomical percentages, okay? Like selling a CD, everyone else was paying 10%, they were paying 15%. Okay?
You say they were paying, who's paying what?
Anbang was paying the citizens of China, all their savings. The reason they're going to take them over...
I thought you were talking about music CDs. This is where, okay, you're talking about cash. Okay,
that's right.
They're paying those.
So, the bottom line, the government had to take it over to make sure that the socially... But my take on that was, guess what? Big companies in China, they will take them over and make sure the bills are paid. That's what's going to happen.
They don't want to collapse.
No. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
It's a special month at TFNN, and with market volatility back, we've decided to hold an open house in our Tiger's Den. For this month only, you can get a full 30 days of Tiger's Den membership without paying anything. The Tiger's Den is our interactive chat room where you can chat with other tigers and tigresses along with the TFNN hosts during each of their programs. For all of the details and to start your 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den today, visit the front page of TFNN.com before this deal is gone.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling, prowling with us. And when you hear this story, man, this is crazy. So,
J.M. Smucker.
Yeah, I got J.M. Smucker up here. It's trading 122. The low's 99. The high's 143. And this gets really bizarre. Let me just look at this chart for a second.
So I bet this is the day that maybe March 31st, there might have been the news that I'm talking about, although it seems like it's happened a couple of times. When is this one dated? Yeah, this is further in February.
Yeah.
And either way, so this is the story we're talking about. Just, FDA warns of possible euthanasia drug in major dog food brands. J.M. Smucker Company is voluntarily withdrawing shipments of several of its dog food brands, but it's because the USDA issued an advisory on Friday warning pet owners of possible presence of pentobarbital, which is a barbiturate commonly used for euthanized animals. How does that even happen, and why is it not criminal? I mean, that's not
train, kibbles and bits.
I mean, this
my God.
So we'll pull up, and this is their press release, and I don't even want to do them justice of reading how they spin that, but this is, in terms of the brands that they're pulling off, and guess what? They don't pull these off unless there's a reason, okay?
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean they're all tainted, but it means that they could be, and when they had a meeting, they said these are the ones that could possibly be in the same supply chain. Yeah, you're talking about Gravy Train, you're talking about kibbles and bits.
Yeah. Skippy, I don't know what that is.
That's got to be a play, probably.
Oh, look
Skippy
at that.
peanut butter.
Premium select cuts of beef and chicken.
Yeah.
I said to Tommy,
turkey, bacon strips.
The thing is pretty sick here, right?
I mean, just kibbles and bits. I mean, how many times have we all seen kibbles and bits ads, right?
And gravy trains everywhere. Man.
It's amazing, man. So you really got to be careful, and I hope it is criminal because there's no way that
at the beginning of that. Oh, that was the list that you pulled. Yeah, that I said. Yeah, that was the press release. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God!
I know. So pretty.
Now the real question is that.
And it's happened more than once. That's. I mean, when we went in here, I mean, just Googling it, the headlines. How does euthanasia drug keep ending up in dog food? Okay, that was a day ago.
I want to know what they got in their jelly. I buy Schmucker jelly.
That's why it's not right to put it in the least aggressive terms because that's not like a one ingredient slipping in that shouldn't be. That's a controlled substance. To put it, I mean, that's a controlled substance. That doesn't like slip in the wrong ingredient that you're storing in the same warehouse. That should be criminal, bottom line. So.
Right. Pretty sick.
Hey, just be aware of what you're ingesting, man, for sure.
My God.
I know.
That's sick.
Okay, back to the market.
Let me put this back. Well, that is the market, man. Oh, yeah, look at that anyway. That's interesting. So Schmuck has gone from 155 to 122.
And we'll have to put up the date. That could have been the time that happened before, because in my memory it was sometime in the last 6 months, this happened again.
And we can pull it up. There was a time in 2016, too, which one of those things, which is right at the very high. Yeah.
I mean, how does that happen, right?
I want to see, we can pull this in. They might break down the pet food deal on this. Let's see. There we go. Look at that.
There you go.
Oh my God! I didn't know they were so big in pet food. 2.1 billion in pet food they do, folks.
Yeah, and most of it domestically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. So look at that, man. So they do 2.1 billion pet food, 2.1 billion in coffee, 2.1 billion in consumer, and 1.1 in international food service.
Yeah. And so what's even more remarkable in my mind is you hadn't heard about it.
Right.
Some people in the den hadn't heard about it, and you guys are in tune, man. In terms of it's a public company, and somehow this isn't a story that's like galvanizing people to say, what the heck is going on, man?
Seriously.
And it should be. So.
And that's a quarter of their revenue.
Yeah. It's not cool, man, to put it in the latest terms.
That is intense.
Pretty messed up, yeah.
And let's just see. It's interesting. So, key drivers. I'm just curious as to what they. Here is.
Yeah, there's a few, right?
Oh, it's the 20th.
That's it. I mean, they're all, yeah.
Yeah. However, the detection of the drug is a violation of Federal Food, Drug, and Consumer Act, which led to a decision. Yeah.
The however comes from the FDA test determined that the levels of the drug found in the dog food were low enough the animals would not be harmed, supposedly. But still, it's like, okay, that doesn't matter. How does it show up there?
It's still a violation.
Okay, right, exactly. I mean, they're going to be affected, okay? It might not harm them to the point, but, either way, how does it happen, man? It's a controlled substance. This isn't like, it's not even like rat feces. You know, it's nothing like that in terms of this is a controlled substance.
It's like, great, let's have a cup of coffee every morning with a little phenobarbital or whatever that is.
Whatever drug you're talking about. Controlled substance, man.
Sick.
Yeah,
unreal.
It is.
877-927-6648. Well, actually, so it's Friday. You haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, folks? Come over and do it. We got my shot Bitcoin expiring today at 3 o'clock.
I know, and what's happening, man? We're at, all right, 10,002. We're declining a little bit since the last, and there's the chart. So let's zoom it in a little bit. Got a little bit of a decline since the highs at about 9:30. Interesting, highs right at the market open, 10.4. We're down about $125. So you went short pretty much half a Bitcoin, five contracts at about the start of the week. And let's just jump into the actual spread. We'll get down here, commodity spreads. Bitcoin, and they are weekly spreads. They're going from 6,500 to 16.5 this week, so the square middle of that was about 11.5.
Yeah.
So you got about $1,200 decrease in the price of Bitcoin, so you got about $600 of profit in there, going short.
As long as it stays there by 3. Or I can sell it anytime I want.
You can. I mean, and it's right at market, which is cool right now. You know, I mean, you're talking about $20, $25, give or take, bid offer around it, which is nothing in Bitcoin. And, you know, something to consider, I was saying to you, just to put out the fundamental, Fridays can be different. The weekends can be different. Bitcoin isn't like equities. Sometimes the market picks up on the weekends. Our man Paul in Nevada, you know, he's got...
people are off.
Because I said that's, you know... It's sometimes a more active market over the weekends if Bitcoin is being used for more things on the weekends. You're buying it, you're using it, you're transferring it, whatever you're doing.
No, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
So let's see. And what will end up happening is that this opens back up Monday morning, folks, at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not bad. We'll see.
Yeah. So let's say it opens Monday at 10,000, right?
Right.
The Nadex will probably have a $10,000 spread, so you probably have the lower end at 5,000, upper end at 15,000.
Right.
You'll be able to buy and sell it as that opens, and then the spread will kind of price itself according to where it is throughout the week.
Right.
It's nice you get a two-way market in Bitcoin, though, again.
Oh, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, because that was the open right there, right? Monday, Tuesday.
No, I think the 20th is Tuesday.
20th?
Yeah. So
that makes sense. Yeah, because
there's the 19th.
I think I'm shot at like 11,400, 500. Yeah.
Here is the 20th and this is where.
Yeah, that's where I'm shot.
8 in the morning.
Right.
Right there, and so 11.5 exactly.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yep.
Not bad.
It is.
And you know, if you happen to be in New York next weekend, well, Monday, Tuesday, folks.
Yeah.
Come visit me. I'm going to be at the Marriott Marquis.
When are you flying? Sunday or Monday?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
New York. And it's not going to be bad. It's not going to be 70 degrees.
No, it's going to be 45.
It's going to be 45. You bring your leather jacket.
You never see outside anyway. You don't, right? That's the bottom line.
You make your way across Times Square to a restaurant or something, right? So.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 89, Nasdaq's up 32, S&Ps are up 4. Gold trading down $1.70, 13.31. Silver 16.50. King dollar up 64 ticks, 89.720. Come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 120, Nasdaq's up 39, S&Ps are up 7. Let's go take a look at inside the Dow's strength versus the weakness. Strength out here. Goldman is putting 15 positive points, Apple 11, Big Mac 11, Chevron 10. Taken away from it, UTX, United Technology 8, Walmart
Walmart's
2.
Still struggling.
Yeah,
huh?
Let's go look at Walmart again. So
Amazon's got to love that.
Oh, boy. Yeah, see, you're right into this gap now. That gap is, what, 90.85.
It's pretty remarkable. Almost no bounce off of those 2 dramatic days to the downside.
Yeah. It's trouble in paradise for Walmart. And the news out here, too, is that the savior is getting the heat. Walmart's Amazon killer goes from superstar to man on a hot seat. This is going to be I suspect, the guy that
Mark Lohr.
Yeah, and he had sold diapers.com to Walmart.
But he had, what was the other one that he just sold for 3 point
Jet.
Jet,
Yeah,
right, and
right.
there it is, Jet.com, 3.3 billion in 2016. Now, when that came out, the story was that Walmart was almost paying $3 billion to get this guy.
Yeah, right.
You know, to have him leading their e-commerce because he was so good at pulling together e-commerce operations.
Right.
So, man, if they paid $3 billion for a company to really acquire in the company, but to have a guy that's revolutionary leading their e-commerce, and if he's in the hot seat, man, then they're in trouble. They're in more trouble than I thought, because as that kept coming out, he was in the background of my mind saying, you know, at least they have good leadership, I was thinking, you know, on that online sector, which is really hard to find because competition's so heated in terms of the e-commerce sector, but man.
Yeah, online sales, so it's 60% buoyed by acquisitions. That's.
So let's see. Let's read some of this because I'm curious just myself. What do you? Whoops.
His first steps were wild successes.
So yeah, Walmart plucked down $3.3 billion. He was running all of Walmart's online effort. So he scrapped free shipping program that competed with Amazon's Prime membership and replaced it with free. Okay, so they must have had you had to join a program. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
Okay.
Replaced it with free 2-day deliveries on orders over $35. We talked about the day that Walmart was struggling. That seems like a pretty fair deal. Most orders are over $35. Offered discounts on more than 1 million online-only items that customers can pick up at the stores. Online sales soared by more than 60%, buoyed by acquisitions of startups, including men's clothier Bonobos. Let's see. That was double the pace of rivals like Target and Best Buy. Investors were pleased. Lohr, who battled Amazon while running his previous startups, Quidsi, which was hailed as a game changer. So they were the #2 e-commerce. And where do things turn bad? First crack, here we go. But the first crack came with the holidays. Influx of gift orders overwhelmed Walmart's supply chain. That's not good, leaving no room for everyday items. Sales rose 23%. I think the expectation was around 29 or 30.
Wow.
Walmart maintained that its online sales growth the coming year will come in at 40%. That's probably not enough from where they're coming from, though. You know,
Right.
I mean, they're coming from like nothing, right? So when you're growing at 40%, you should be growing more if you're going to compete with the likes of Amazon that's just crushing the world.
Yes.
Yeah, I still can't articulate why I would shop at Walmart instead of Amazon. And we kind of had that same conversation ourselves, saying we don't price shop it.
And I haven't price shopped it yet. I'm going to try it as soon as I get off today. I'll see if I'll do it. Oh, look at this. What is it? Looking beyond items like toilet paper and dog food, Laura is focusing on home decor and home decor.
And apparel.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Online.
They're talking about luring premium vendors. On Thursday, Walmart unveiled an enhanced site for home furnishings. I agree. A little skeptical on that being the success to dominate Amazon.
I can tell you, I still, so even in all the houses that we're doing, what I still do is I have to go, feel, touch it, right?
Sure.
Once I do that, for the new houses, I can do it, but I already know.
You got to feel it once.
I do.
I feel you.
I do, man. Do you know
so
what I mean?
Laura's also counting on grocery to draw customers away from Amazon. Good luck to that, man.
Yeah.
In terms of, they just bought Whole Foods. If they're going to be delivering Whole Foods next day, same day, more than 1,100 Walmart stores already offer curbside pickup for online grocery orders. That's all right, but what's, you know, I don't know if Walmart has the draw of groceries for Walmart versus, you know, I'm just talking about public perception,
right?
You know, in terms of healthy, sustained, fresh food. Is that what you think of when you think of Walmart?
No.
That's not what I think of, right? They have a big PR issue in terms of just same thing. Friends and I have conversations, and not even about the market, just about you're not in that conversation. Kevin Hinks, again, he talked about it. You don't think of Walmart like that. They have a big battle to get over the hump of, are you even in the mind when you think about, I'm going to go online and buy something? They're not there yet. You know, they're far away from it.
The demographics aren't there.
Yeah.
It's a cut and dry deal. So they just got to figure out, they got to basically start another brand from scratch, and
maybe.
That's, you know, then they might have a shot at it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here today. So you got, let's see, Micron Tech's up $1.70.
HP,
big numbers, man. They did good. Yeah. And that was...
they come out with earnings?
They did.
Surprising sales revenue. Let's jump into them. Can we pull up there?
Yeah, you got HPE, the enterprise one first.
Hewlett-Packard Enterprise.
Yeah, they both come out. Oh, no, it's HP.
I think it's... No, it's not.
That's HPQ. 1 second.
If we go back to what the most active stock was, we'll probably just jump right into where we were.
So...
Just click on number 3.
Yeah, there it is.
HPE.
Yep. So this is the enterprise. They split this off, and the enterprise one's the one that's really cranking it, man. So look at that.
Quite sharp.
Yep. And why do you see this number? They did 700 million more than was expected. Look at this. So the revenue was expected 7.06 billion. They did 7.67 billion. 600 million more.
Big number. And I'm sure that this is carrying into that they plan on returning $7 billion to holders through fiscal year 19.
And if we put this down a little bit more, you'll probably see the earnings. Look at the difference. 22 cents, they come in with 34 cents.
Yeah.
And then that's the... And then I think it's HPQ. No, HPQ? Yeah, it is. Okay. So Hewlett-Packard, this was the original Hewlett-Packard. They spun this off. You'll see the difference, though. When they first spun it off, they thought that this company thought that they were pushing out the bad part.
Okay.
And it ended up being much stronger.
Okay.
So watch this. This is wild. You know, it's not bad.
They both fared really well, to be fair.
No, they did. They did. Yeah. You know, the difference is the other one's over its highs. This one slightly under its highs.
Pretty close.
You know.
Yeah.
And this one came out with good numbers too. So they both come out the same day. Let's see, we got the. Where are you? So.
There you go. So. That's their second quarter. Maybe a slide down one. No.
Yeah. There.
There you go. So 48 versus 42.
Right. So 6 cents over.
Yeah. And their second quarter guidance is above. They were supposed to be 44. Right. They're coming in 45 to 49.
Yeah. Did some numbers.
Oh, and there, look at the revenue. $1 billion more in revenue. Yeah. 14.5 versus 13.5.
How about that? In 90 days.
And that's, I mean, it's huge when you're only supposed to, you know, that wouldn't be much to Walmart. But when you're only going to be taking in 13, you take in 14?
Yeah.
I mean, whoa.
Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at the 10-year. We're moving. 10 years up 10 ticks. I like it. Dow right now at 127. Nasdaq up 38. S&P's up 7.5. Folks, tell all your friends about the Tigers get Den. Only about a week left to get in there.
Having a good conversation in there today, man. Totally.
We'll come right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And what we do have is that, you know, we're talking about the Tigers Den, folks. That's our trading room. You can go in 30 days, right to the end of this month. Well, totally. You can sign up at the end of this month, get in 30 days. And, you know, there's always a lot of great ideas in there. Bottom line, keeping their eye on the market. And what they're talking about, which is really cool, 11 o'clock, Powell is speaking. This is going to be his first speech.
Yeah, we have some good Fed action today.
Yeah,
there's a couple of 4 governors speaking as well on top of that.
Okay,
yeah.
So this is going to be his first speech as the Fed chairman. So
get ready for the roller coaster, man.
I think so, man. I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, we've certainly had the volatility. The market keeps coming back each and every time, and I do expect we're going to see that going right up to window dressing. And, you know, as I said when we started the show, it's going to be about these bonds. If that 30-year can get some strength, that is going to be an indication that next week, get ready for some more fireworks.
Can we jump to Apple just real quick as we wrap it up? So a story yesterday and today talking about those AirPods, which I've talked about personally, that I love, the wireless kind of earbuds that hook into your iPhone or I'm sure iPod, iPad, that they might be coming out with some new software, new hardware for them, kind of this coming year, next year. What's interesting is that the first update seemed kind of lame, as in you might be able to talk to Siri, as opposed to right now you can kind of tap it and talk to Siri. That's not really a big difference. But they said maybe next year they'll have ones that are waterproof. Now that would be cool, and that's always what's, you know, people with their phones used to drop your phone in water and you're done, right? You lose your whole list. Now you drop your phone anywhere. EarPods, you're always exercising with them, you're doing whatever, right? Maybe you're swimming. That would be a cool upgrade, but it is cool how they're focusing.
So if it's guitar, you put that in, and then so at some point you'd say call this, call that.
Yeah, you'd say Siri, and I don't use Siri for a wake up. We talk about Alexa, but you wake it up. You know, you say, hey Siri, do this or something. So they're trying to incorporate that. Good luck to competing with the Amazon though.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.